A very good evening and welcome to NTA Calabar Sunday Special, another moment to educate, inform and of course entertain you with a potpourri of stories packaged from across the length and breadth of Cross River State. Tonight's edition will feature top stories like the ordination of priests into St. Patrick's Missionary Society for the propagation of the gospel. Another spectacular feature tonight's activities heralding the one-year anniversary of the current administration here in the state. Lots more in our kitty tonight, so do stay tuned and enjoy every bit of the moment. I am Maureen Leo Ajom. I will be right back. Welcome back to Sunday Special. We begin with the story that the newly ordained priests into the St. Patrick's Missionary Society have been charged to follow the exemplary life of Jesus Christ in love, humility and sacrifice to humanity. The Archbishop of Calabar, Most Reverend Joseph Ekuem, gave the charge in Calabar at the ordination of Reverend Jibrin Samuel Joseph and 7 others. Erika Ivy reports that the ordination ceremony attracted dignitaries from within and outside the country, among whom is the member representing Obubra and Etong in the Federal House of Representatives, Mike Etaba.
Joy overflow as family members, friends, well-wishers and parishioners witnessed the ordination of 8 priests into priesthood office. In his homily, the auxiliary bishop of Calabar, Right Reverend Father Christopher Nasseri, advised the newly ordained priests to preach the message of Jesus Christ with passion.
A priest, you have to be a man of prayer, and you have to be patient, and you have to be very respectful of the people you are called to serve.
Having fulfilled the preparatory steps found worthy and competent, the Archbishop of Calabar Diocese, Most Reverend Joseph Ekuem, also assisted by the Catholic Bishop of Warri Diocese, Right Reverend Anthony Iwerido, ordained the priests. Excitement filled the air as the new priests were presented to the church. Reverend Father Jibrin Samuel Joseph and his parents are thankful to God for a successful journey so far.
I feel very happy. I feel fulfilled. I feel gratitude. I feel thankful for what God has done in my life.
Overwhelmed that he chooses to be a great man in the vineyard of God.
I wish him God's guidance and I wish him long life. I also want him, pray for him not to disappoint the Lord.
Some guests at the occasion gave their advice.
Love the society, carry the people along, don't despise anybody.
I think the advice for him at this point in time is for him to focus on Jesus that has called him. Because if he looks elsewhere, he won't be able to carry the cross of Christ.
Just be focused and take this vocation seriously.
I wish him the very best, and I trust God that he who has called him will perfect everything in his life.
The newly ordained priests have been posted to different locations within and outside the shores of Nigeria for missionary service. In Calabar, Erika Ivy, NTA News.
Moving forward, the governor of Cross River State, Senator Basio, too, has congratulated his deputy, Peter Odey, as he clocks the golden age of 50 today, Sunday, June 2nd. In his congratulatory message, Governor too described Odey as a reliable ally whose indefatigable support base is yielding exports for the present administration in the state. In the words of the governor, the Golden Jubilee's remarkable feat of God's sovereign grace upon one's life, counting all achievements to this day, makes his birthday worth celebrating. Deputy Governor Day was born on June 2, 1974. He served in the State Assembly for 8 years, where he eventually became the House Leader in the 9th Assembly of the Cross River State Legislature. This is contained in a release by the Chief Press Secretary to the State Governor in Sagil. The State Governor, Senator Basio too, says food and energy security are cardinal focus of his administration. And so far, significant strides have been recorded in these areas as solar power migration pumps, mini rice mills and livestock funds have been distributed to farmers across the state to boost food production, while rehabilitation of Odupangi Akamko electricity project is ongoing, as strides have been recorded in the tourism sector with revival of the Budu Ranch resort. The governor said this during a media parley and dinner. Justina Etam tells us more.
The media parley, which served as a moment for journalists to interact and dine with the governor, began with the introduction of new executive of the Cross River State Council of the Nigeria Union of Journalists to the governor.
Cross River State is getting back together, and I believe that you have given us so much to thank you for.
The governor reeled out strides recorded by his administration to include reforms in agricultural, aviation, educational, and power sectors, and more, while pledging to reclaim the state's stolen assets.
The state government has enrolled 8,168 nano businesses for the federal government commissioner customers. Since the present day economic activities are driven by science and technology and in line with global best practices, the State Ministry of Science and Technology has designed and created different payment portals and applications for the revenue collection and tax management system.
State's chairman of the NUJ, Achibong Basi, described the council as partner in progress with government.
We are going to join hands with this administration to reposition our dear state in the world map and give her pride of place.
Elder statesmen, veterans, patrons, and friends of the media were in attendance.
All of you who are giving that support, please, we will not be patient, Your Excellency. You have done it. This is a 4-year grade, which eventually will get to 8 years.
Governor Tu, who is poised to operate a transparent and accountable administration, says he welcomes constructive criticism, and such should be channeled through the Office of the Commissioner for Information. In Calabar, Justina Edem, NTA News.
And away from there, maritime transportation is the best and oldest form of transportation, which is cost-effective, capable of transforming the fortunes of the Niger Delta region, placing it on the map as the country's economic hub. This was the remark of the Managing Director, Niger Delta Development Commission, Samuel Obudu, who asserts that adherence to maritime safety procedure will reposition the sector for optimal performance. The Managing Director stated this during the launch of Abito Global Services Maritime Transport Luxury and Executive Booths to enhance its operations in Calabar. Oba Hyacinth was there.
These traditional dances set the tone for the launch of Abito Global Service Limited, who is investing significantly in the latest technology and safety measures to ensure a smooth and luxurious sailing experience for passengers traveling between Calabar and Uyo. The launch of the P30 Abito Luxury and Naval Gunboat is expected to provide a high-end transportation options for travelers in the region, with the MD Niger Delta Development Commission emphasizing the company's commitment to observance of all maritime safety protocol.
It's a laudable venture and it's a project that we all support. We all commend Abito Global Services Nigeria Limited. It's a project that we also want to expand across the region, because we cannot also abandon our riverine transportation system. Just the way technology is also being improved upon, let us also use this opportunity to improve upon our riverine transportation system.
Prominent figures in the Niger Delta region highlight the positive impact the Abitu Global Service is making in the maritime sector, encouraging other investors to consider opportunities in this growing industry.
It's very important that waterways are developed. It's the most cost-effective way of transporting goods and services, especially heavy cargo. So this would do fantastic, would do wonders for the commercialization of this region. We expect an expansion across the other 8 states of the Niger Delta, and we say kudos to him for having this confidence and the goal to take this up.
To celebrate with a man who I knew from a very young age as a student of the University of Calabar, a man of many parts, and a man who has shown commitment to service, to enterprise, the one and only Richard Akinaka.
I stand here today to celebrate excellence. I stand here today to celebrate a man who has shown that you cannot be in business if you do not have capacity.
Earlier, the Chief Executive Officer of Abitu Global Service, Richard Akinaka, says he is poised to provide a top-notch service between the two sister states.
Water transportation is the safest means of transportation and a driver of economic growth in any society. This is because it is God's original design of transportation. Service is labeled Abitu Ferry Services, which will convey passengers from here in Calabar to Yo, the capital city of Akwa Ibom State. We have fully air-conditioned terminals, as you can see, some of you have seen inside, at both ends, with purpose-built, comfortable boats and jetties to make this service functional for your comfort and safety.
The launch was graced by stakeholders including Senator Asukwo Ekpenyong Jr., Chief Timia Laibe, parliamentarian from Rivers and Bayelsa State, members of the Cross River State Executive Council, traditional leaders, as well as maritime and tourism stakeholders. In Calabar, Oba Hyacinth, NTA News.
And that's about the size of our news tonight. Thank you so very much for being a part of today.